It's really, really rare that I would actually do a two-part video on a game that is only about 5 hours long. That, to me, is actually quite odd. However, I love the original Alan Wake so much, as I said, that I really couldn't help myself from jumping into American Nightmare and doing 2 videos on it. So, of course, I dragged Fluke in for this one as well, somewhere. There he is. So, you were forced to play the original Alan Wake by me.
Yeah, didn't really have much of a choice on that one.
Yeah, I picked up.
Not my usual choice of game, to be honest, but I
actually
quite enjoyed it. Yeah, and again, I like this one. I enjoyed this one a bit more, maybe because I knew kind of what was going on and the format was familiar, and I just jumped in and played it. I didn't need any of the little prompts to tell me what was going on.
Now, did you complete the original one? I can't remember.
No, I didn't end up completing it. I got sidetracked with other stuff, as is frequently my way.
See, that's the thing. I've found now that there is a deadline for completing a game, essentially, for all intents and purposes. If I haven't completed the game after, say, 48 hours, depending on, like, you know, the length of the game, because Skyrim obviously isn't going to be completed in that kind of time. But, you know, for an 8-hour game like Darkness 2 or something, if I haven't completed it after, like, 2 days, that's it.
Yeah, you're not really going to go back and...
Something else will come along and will steal me away. Like, I'm not going to say it, because I would probably come up with something offensive for stealing something away.
Yeah, let's leave that there. Leave that to the imagination, I think.
Like vans and candy, and people can fill in the rest.
Yeah, less said the better, I think.
Indeed. So,
little bits
story
and
mode.
Pieces. Hang on, first off, a couple of little bits and pieces that did annoy me, because there weren't very many, so if I get those out of the way first.
Really?
Yeah.
There was some that annoyed you. Let's see if they match up to mine. Go on then. Hit me with the first one.
Mostly silly little graphical glitches, texture misalignments that were pretty glaring obvious. A couple of rocks that had, like, you know, pieces of them floating where the terrain come up halfway through the rock, and you could kind of glitch part into rocks, and a few little odd physics glitches because of them. But that was about it, really.
Nothing else? Really?
Nothing that really stood out. Nothing that went, that's annoying. So I think the mouse felt a bit smoother than last time. I think it felt overall a little less clunky, so I think they may have streamlined things a little.
I had to turn down the sensitivity on mine. That was one of the first things I did after actually jumping into the game, was turn down the sensitivity.
I actually got around to setting up the scrollable sensitivity thing on my mouse, so I didn't even have to do that. I just clicked it back a couple of notches without even having to go into the settings. I inverted the vertical, as always, but yeah, I know, right? It's far less hassle than having to mess around with menus.
My big concern, I pointed this out in the video, my big concern was I felt the narrator was a bit of a dick at times in regards to, it seemed kind of, what's the best way of wording it? It seemed that the story was being enforced in a way that was linear, even if the options you took weren't the same linear path. The best example I found of that was actually in the video with the battery. I went and picked up a battery, and then it was the 3 pieces thing, where you had to get the valve and the battery. I picked up the battery second, and then I went and got the third thing, whatever it was. I got the valve first and the battery second, and the CD. I went and grabbed the CD, and then I got told that the battery needed charging. It was like, why, upon picking up the CD, am I told that the battery needs charging?
Yeah, because the battery was the third thing, and you picked it up second, so it's kind of set up the wrong way, as it were. Wasn't set up to take into account a fork.
Yeah, it's enforcing linearity in a section that, for all intents and purposes, should be a linear sequence. There are 3 items. There are only so many ways you can get these items. Then, you know, you will progress on to the next part, and the next part is set no matter which item you pick up first, second, or third.
Yeah, I think it's just through laziness. They just haven't put in...
that doesn't ring true to how Remedy normally are. Remedy don't... Like, they didn't seem lazy with the first Alan Wake, and they don't seem lazy with this one either when it comes to most things. Yeah. It just seems like they're corners aren't really rounded down.
Yeah, just little bits and pieces here and there. It might have been rushed near the end. I don't know. I haven't really followed development at all, so I can't really comment. I'm pure speculating here. So we should maybe shuffle on.
Shuffle on. What are we?
It's not really.
Dead?
I feel like it. I'm so tired. I've been so busy past couple of days, I tell you.
You've been busy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, boo-hoo, cry me a river.
Real world busy, though. That's
However
it.
busy
Actually
you've
moving
been,
around
I've been
outside
twice as
TM.
busy. Let's not get out the busy e-pains, shall we?
No, it's really not. I can't be bothered. I'm too tired.
So you were playing the story mode. Did you actually get around to trying the arcade out?
No, I didn't. I just played through some story. I quite enjoyed playing the story, and then I realised I'd spent more time than I should have playing it, and had to do some real world stuff, so I had to stop playing. I got up to literally to the observatory. I spent about 30-40 minutes playing around with it. Explored around quite a lot, ran around, picked up loads of different weapons, and shot darkness things with lots of different guns.
The guns is the second thing that irritated me.
The nail gun's poor.
I liked the nail gun because it's got big hefty clips. It's like 50 nails to a clip.
No, it's like 25 nails to a clip.
Was it? I swear it was 50.
Nah, you can carry 100 of them though.
Weird. I swear it was 50 in the first video. Someone will probably correct me.
You can carry. You get 30 ammo in the SMG, and I think the SMG does a bit more damage.
But I disliked the fact that the weapons were just laying around in these crates. I mean, even if, not trying to give spoilers, but obviously, you know, if you've seen the first video I put out, or if you've even played this game, or even watched the trailer for this game, you understand what the basic concept of the first, like, 2 seconds of the game is. So even though it's the whole TV show-esque style layout for this, and the whole Night Springs episode thing, I don't see why there are heavy weapons crates randomly just laying around in the world. And more importantly, why the living shit do I require pages to open them? What is the keyhole like on one of these things? Is it a fucking origami swan-sized keyhole that I need 10 pages to be able to create the right swan?
I'm trying to think how it might work. No, I can't even. It's something to do with changing reality the way he does. I don't know.
He has 10 pages. By putting all 10 pages together, he's able to cut out words such as, I opened the stupid chest that contained the SMG.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm pretty sure Alan is a better writer than that. He doesn't write reports for fucking Fox News.
Right.
So, you didn't get around to playing the arcade mode.
The guns wound you up. I can't.
Well, no. I liked the guns. I thought they actually the guns themselves. I thought they felt better. Combat seemed tighter. It seemed faster. It seemed just all round more refined.
Yeah.
And that to me is a perfectly acceptable and good thing, especially when you're taking what you've learned from the first game. I mean, the Alan Wake that came out on the PC came out, I'm going to be spitballing here and I could be wrong, but Alan Wake on the PC came out after American Nightmare had been completed. Given the time difference between Alan Wake coming out on the PC and American Nightmare's release on Xbox Live, there is too short a period for them to still have been working on the game. Or, you know, to be working on core mechanics.
Yeah, and they just carried on working on it and didn't stop when they released the thing. Just kept working on the content, and you know.
Yeah, so they learned from the original Alan Wake when it was released on the Xbox. Yeah, which really shows on the PC version because of the differences between the Xbox version and the PC version, but then also shows in regards to American Nightmare and the PC version of Alan Wake, and then the Xbox version of Alan Wake, that the combat, as I said, feels more refined. It feels quicker, smoother, faster. But then for a game that is, I'm not sure how long the original Alan Wake took me. I think it was 10 hours, maybe 12? I could look it up, but I'm not going to because that would involve clicking things. I think it was about 10, 12 hours. So this is a game that is half as long.
Yeah.
And
But it's built on the same engine, so all the legwork's
Yeah.
been done. They've got a solid storytelling engine.
well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's a case of the story is the main focus in this game, but
Yeah.
for them to have focused on combat to the extent they have and polished it up and cleaned it and made it so that it's nice and quick and fast and it fits in with the story, that works. But at the same time, I can also see the flip side of that coin in regards to Alan Wake is meant to be one of those kind of thriller-esque style games. It's not meant to be Resident Evil style horror. It's meant to be slightly
but I
suspenseful and
think
thriller.
a lot
So
of
I can.
people's problems the first time around was it's all fine and nice essentially playing through a story and being told this very interactive story, but if the combat feels more like a clunky afterthought, it interrupts the story and interrupts the flow. And I think spending time, streamlining the combat and how you move in and out of combat and how it flows better adds to the whole story. It just keeps the pace of the story going, rather than slowing the user down when they hit combat and the story kind of stutters a little if the user isn't very combat oriented.
I can agree with that, but the original Alan Wake's combat to me didn't feel that disjointing.
No,
It was
but
just
me and you were used to
slower.
that kind of thing. We are very combat oriented.
But
gamers,
but
and I
the
don't think Alan Wake's kind of really aimed at.
the only difference for
Like,
me
yes.
between the two was speed. I mean, the original Alan Wake's combat I felt fit for a game of Alan Wake's style. It was kind of, he's a writer. He doesn't use, guns all the time. He's not going to instantly be pulling out 9mm and shooting people in the face and knowing how to handle it and turning it sideways like some sort of ghetto thug. He is a writer, and the combat to some degree shows that in a way because it's slow. It's not, he's not firing off round. But in American Nightmare, he's either, sat down and had a dinner date with Rambo, or he's been training on a firing range, because it's a case of,
Or he's had some experience waving some weapons around.
yeah, but
The first game.
but it seems to have gone beyond that. It's as if, he's in the first game, he's like, this is a gun. How do I fire it? I point end at enemy and pull trigger. Things die. And in this one, it's like, my name is Alan Wake. I've seen things. Horrible things. And now it's time to get payback.
It does say came back from another dimension.
Yes, I understand that, but that dimension wasn't filled with him dual-wielding AK-47s.
For all
and
you
gunning.
know, it was like the other dimension in... Oh, the name's just slipped off me. Event Horizon. There we go. There it is. It fell back in my tongue.
No, because
He's had
you
to fight
see
for
what
his
the
life.
dimension. You see what the dimension is in the DLC for the original Alan Wake. It's not Event Horizon hell. There's not like flesh walls and people being ripped apart and screaming endlessly. It's essentially him running through really messed up areas while Barry yells at him a lot. And last time I checked, I'm pretty sure Barry isn't Satan.
Well,
Although
no, he's getting into the music business and this is a new one. So,
He's an ancient. Also, Barry is my favourite character. Hands down. I have to admit.
I can't stand the smarmy.
Go on, you can say it.
No, I'm not.
Smarmy twat.
Yeah. Well, along those lines, we'll leave it at that. As a cleaned up version, yeah. You can hear the smarm in his voice. I just want to punch him.
You didn't get far enough in the original one to actually have the bit at the barn, did you?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so, little spoiler, but it's not actually to do anything with the story, so... And Alan Wake has been out now, the original, for long enough. If you remember, in the diner at the beginning, there's the cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
There is a bit where you're running around on a farm, in, like, barns and stuff, and Barry has taken this cardboard cutout with him. He has taken the cardboard cutout of you, and he randomly is like you're walking along these walkways on up around the edge of this barn, and he's down on the ground with this cutout, and he's just like, look at me, I'm Alan Wake, I'm a pretentious writer. Do 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 do. And it's just like, that's very funny, Barry. Do you want to see my Barry impression? He's just like, no. It's just the humor. Like, Barry is just like, yeah, you're going crazy. Everything is turning to crap. But you know what? Okay, it's tried to kill me too now. So I'm Alan Wake.
Nice.
Also, any game that has the old gods of Asgard in it. They are fantastic. So, if you had to sum up the game in a sentence, how would you do it? Ooh, I can hear the cogs turning from here.
Tick, 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 tick. I know. More third-person storytelling, darkness shooting fun.
Do you know what my sentence would be?
Not until you tell me, no.
Go on, take a guess. You'll be completely wrong, but I want to know what you think I'm going to say. Go on.
You sound like a woman. Go on, guess. Guess what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
God,
exactly. Go on then.
I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. See, exactly.
I'm thinking, does this microphone make my ass look fat?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What my sentence would be is way better than Operation Raccoon City in every damn way. I am still bitter about that game.
No, I can relate to that.
No, if I had to sum up in a sentence, I would say Alan Wake sped up. That's what it is. It just feels like it's a sped up version of the original. Everything is just faster, smoother, but the story is still there. It's still logical and progressive, and everything works, but just faster, in a neater ball.
Little shorter stories, maybe. Maybe that's the format they're trying to work towards, so they can just release little short stories.
Well, it's a fantastic idea, the whole concept of the episodic style thing.
Yeah, just telling stories. Like, I quite like the whole, it's very film noir kind of tinges to it, where you've got the narrator and this kind of, this writer. It's very, I like the feel to it.
Did you ever see Twin Peaks?
Yeah, a long, long time ago.
Yeah, pulling back from your memories now.
Yeah. Sending down long-term memory retrieval. Might be a little while.
That sounds rather interesting for memory retrieval. So, do you think you'll go back to playing it? Do you think that you'll actually play more American Nightmare? And if you do you think you'll see the end of it?
Possibly. It depends what else I've got going on real world, or what else grabs me attention. Like I said, as always.
Well, you're away.
Good, but
unfortunately, I think this one will fall by the wayside for you because you're away from
Wednesday night.
Yeah.
It's like coming back.
And you're not going to have much time between now and then, because, well, this video will be put up Wednesday. It's what, Monday night now. So, spoilers, letting people know what time it actually is. That's because I'm doing, what, 5 videos this week? Jeez. Yeah. And we're trying to cram them all in before you go. And we also have Shoot Dirt to do as well.
We do, yeah.
Lots and lots to do. Everything's busy, and I love it. I really do. Anyway, that's getting sidetracked, and that's for, something we can discuss in Shoot the... Anyway, so I think this one will fall by the wayside for you, if I'm honest.
Unfortunately, I think it might, just because of real-world constraints. But it's not that long, so who knows? I might come back to it and play it, because it's not a massively long thing.
I think you'll come back to it at some point, but it will be a while. Myself, I can see myself completing this, because I invested enough time into the original that...
Yeah,
I want to see how this ends.
Goes. Yeah.
Plus, also, Mr. Scratch is fantastic.
Mr. Scratch.
The evil you.
Ah.
The evil you is brilliant.
I watched a few of the bits and pieces. He was on the TV outside a caravan.
Yes, with him strangling the guy, and he's like, you know what the difference is between you and I? I'm not afraid to be the center of attention.
Yeah. Knocks the TV off, and he's just kind of lying down on the floor with it. Anyway.
Anyway, we should go. So
Yeah, plenty others to do.
yeah, there is lots more to do.
Yep.
So there you go. That was Alan Wake's American Nightmare on second thought. And my second thought is I'm going to play more of it, hopefully soon. Do you have anything to say before we go?
Second thought will be we'll see how the real world plays out. I hope to have time to actually finish this one.
There you go. So, we will catch you for the next video. If you have any questions, queries, or comments, leave them down below. And, of course, go check out our new site. It's fantastic and awesome, eldan3.com. Until then, I will catch you for the next video. Peace!
In a while.